Hey guys, what's up? It's Rachel, your hashtag Bake a Change ambassador, and today you can see we have another beautiful bake sale table. We are doing all pumpkin spice desserts today because everybody loves pumpkin spice desserts. We've got cookies, we've got this cake, we've got cupcakes, we got donuts, we got everything you could ever want from a bake sale, and they are all so tasty, so easy, so yummy, and all of the good things. And by the way, if you want to learn how to make the pumpkin spice roll cake, then head on over to my channel at Kawaii Sweet World and you'll learn how to make that. And I think that's about it. For more She's the First info, make sure to check out the description box below. There will be lots of links down there. And yeah, let's get baking. First off, let's make our pumpkin cupcakes. In a large bowl, you'll need 1.5 cups of flour, along with a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, along with a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I know, lots of dry ingredients. Now just give those a whisk. Set that aside. And then in a separate bowl, you'll need 1 stick of softened butter. Then throw in a cup of sugar, and just cream that until it gets nice and light and fluffy. That is looking perfect. Now we're going to crack in 2 eggs, and just mix those in too. Once that's nice and smooth, add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and mix that in as well. Then you're going to add in 3/4 cups of pumpkin puree. Make sure that you buy 100% pure pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie filling. And don't worry if the mixture looks a little bit split or if it's curdled or anything. It'll all come back together once you add in the dry ingredients. So just throw those in and mix them up. And it's always a good idea to finish mixing by hand just to make sure you don't overmix your batter. And at this point, we're just going to scoop this into our cupcake liners. You want to fill these about 2/3 of the way full. And I'm using an ice cream scoop just to make sure these are all divided evenly. Now bake those off at 350 for about 15 minutes. And once they come out of the oven, they should look like this, beautifully risen, and they're gonna smell so good too. Let those cool completely, and then transfer them to a cake plate. Then I'm just going to pipe on some cream cheese frosting, and the recipe for this will be in the description box below, but it is super easy to make. So just pipe them all out. You can always use a Ziploc bag too. And then I added on some fun little Halloween sprinkles, along with a little piece of candy corn. And that's it, these are super fun and festive. And now let's make our addictively delicious pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. In a large bowl, you'll need 1 stick of butter, and just melt that down in the microwave. Now add in a 1/4 cup of white sugar, along with 3/4 cups of brown sugar, and just mix those in. This recipe is really nice because you don't have to worry about softening your butter or anything, you just get to melt it down all the way. Now add in 1 egg yolk and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then top it off with a 1/3 cup of pumpkin puree. And just mix it all through. And by the way, you can definitely double or triple this recipe, just depending on how many cookies you want to make. Now add in a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, along with a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and then a pinch of cloves and nutmeg. Today I'm just grating in some fresh nutmeg. I don't know if it actually makes a big difference in the flavor, but it does smell really good. And I just mix all of your spices in. That is smelling incredible. Now add in 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda, along with 1.5 cups of flour, and just barely mix that in. You don't want to mix it too much here because we're still going to add in 2/3 cups of chocolate chips, and that way you don't overmix your cookie dough. So just keep mixing until it all comes together now. Then once it's smooth, cover with plastic wrap, resist the urge to eat it raw, and then pop it in the fridge for 1 hour. Once your cookie dough has firmed up a little bit, go ahead and grab it from the fridge. And now we're just going to scoop these out onto a parchment paper lined baking sheet. I'm just rolling about 1.5 inch balls here, and then just flattening them slightly. Then just continue rolling out the rest of your cookies. And a good tip for really perfect looking cookies is to actually press on some more chocolate chips right before you bake them. This way the chocolate chips show up right on top and you can really see that gorgeous chocolate. Now just bake those off at 350 for about 12 minutes. And that's all there is to it. These are so tasty. Now let's make our pumpkin spice donuts. In a large bowl, you'll need 1.5 cups of pumpkin puree. Then pour in a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, along with 3 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 3/4 teaspoons of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. This recipe is great because you only need one bowl. You basically just dump in all of your ingredients and then mix it up, and that's all there is to it. Now add in a teaspoon of salt and 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and then just mix that all up. Don't you love this color? It's just so beautiful, all that pumpkin and those spices. It smells amazing too. Now add in 1 3/4 cups of flour and continue mixing. Once your donut batter has come together, we're just going to transfer it to a piping bag. You could also use a Ziploc bag here too. Try not to spill it on the counter. Then twist up the end and you're all good to go. Today I'm going to be using a donut maker, but if you don't have this, you can definitely make this in a mini muffin tin and then just make donut muffins, and those are super cute too. So I'm just going to bake those for about 3 minutes, and then once they're nice and steaming hot and cooked through, just transfer them to a cooling rack. And look at how beautiful these are. Imagine having these with a pumpkin spice latte too. That would be incredible. And then as the finishing touch, we're just going to dip them in some chocolate ganache. Chocolate ganache is really easy to make, and I'll have the recipe for it in the description box below, but it's basically just chocolate and heavy cream. So just dip in your donuts, and then garnish with some cute little sprinkles. Or if you like, you can also add on some candy corn or candied pumpkins, whatever you're in the mood for. And that's it. Alright guys, all of our pumpkin desserts are finished now, and these all look so tasty. I'm just very tempted to eat them right now. They smell amazing, and the really good thing about pumpkin spice desserts is that since they're so fragrant, anyone walking past your table is going to smell them, and they just smell so delicious that they're definitely going to want to pick up some desserts. Anyways though, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the She's the First YouTube channel, and also check out all of their social media, and links will be in the description box below. You can also head on over to my channel to learn how to make the roll cake, and I think that's about it for now. I will see you guys all very soon for another bake sale table theme, and yeah, good luck with your bake sales, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!